and welcome to the Power Poppy and My Sweet Petunia blog hop. Today we're going to be using the regular size Misty, but I wanted to show you what a mini Misty looked like in comparison. It's a little bit smaller and perfect for card making, but today I'm going to use the original sized Misty. So I'll set that aside, and I've die cut a piece of black cardstock. And I've set it in the corner using my creative corners. These are great for doing offset stamping, which is great. And we're going to use the brand new Succulent Singles stamp set by Power Poppy today. So I'm going to use the large succulent here. We're just making a focal point for our card front, and we're just going to use a variety of the gorgeous succulents in this set, and I'm just going to kind of focus them more towards the corner, and I think we'll use one of the small babies too. Maybe we'll put one of the Alright, so the creative corners allows us to do that by keeping this squared off in the corner. So I'm going to close my Misty lid, give it a quick press, and there we go. I'm going to move some of my magnets into position here just to help me keep that down. And I'm going to use some Versamark ink. It's a nice sticky ink because we're going to do some embossing. But before we do that, I'm actually going to take my powder tool, and I'm just going to do a quick brush, which gets rid of the static. I'm going to apply Versamark across the entire image. Now, the wonderful thing about the Misty is that if it doesn't stamp perfectly, because that image is not going to move, I can restamp it or add more ink to it. See, I have a little spot there that didn't ink up quite right, so that's the beauty of the Misty. So we're just going to do it one more time. We're going to add ink across the entire image again, close it, and just add a little bit more pressure to those areas on the black cardstock. Simple as that. And there we go, we have some beautiful stamping. I am going to actually take it away, and I'm going to add some detail white embossing powder. I'm going to heat set it, and then we'll go on with the next step. There we go, I've heat set it, and I'm okay with the few little flicks of embossing powder because I can actually go in and use my gel pen and just add more dots to make it kind of match. There's a little bit of powder left still on, so I've just misted my piece of paper towel here, and I'm just going to lightly just wipe off any excess powder, and it'll go back to its nice dark black original state. Super easy. And we'll do that before we start coloring, and that's where we're going to have some more fun. So to color our image, we're actually going to use some of the Distress Oxide inks. These inks show up really well on black cardstock. So today we're going to use some Cracked Pistachio, and I've just got a little laminated piece of white paper here, and I'm just going to deposit some ink onto that. So I've got Cracked Pistachio so far, and we're going to use some Wilted Violet. Just smushing it onto my little cardstock palette there. And this is super easy. The more ink that you apply, the more concentrated the color. So let's start off with using no water at all. I have a little thing of water just above here. But we're going to start off with just using straight ink. go. Really quick and easy coloring. And I think we'll add a few splatters and we'll, at least the focal point, we'll call it done. So now that we've finished our focal point, we're going to add a sentiment, and just going to hold everything down with a few magnets here. You can also use your creative corners to hold things down. We're going to bring in the Loving Tulip stamp, and we're going to use the great big gorgeous hello sentiment. And I want my greenery kind of to be at the top and to the right, so we're going to put our sentiment about there. We're going to close our mini misty lid and put that other set of magnets on there. Pick up our stamp. I'm going to use our powder tool again because we are going to do some embossing. Just a tiny touch. And we're going to bring in our Versamark ink. Ink it up generously. Give it a good press for good contact. And once again, the beauty of that Misty is if you're not happy with it, stamp it again. I think we're okay, but I am going to just play it cautiously, and I am going to double stamp that. And then we'll take everything out. And instead of white embossing powder this time, I'm going to use kind of a minty color. I'm just going to tap off the excess. There we go, and I'll hit it up with our heat tool, and I'll be right back. To finish off my card, I have a piece of fun foam, which actually has sticky backside. Then I added some score pal tape to the other side, and I'm just going to peel off the backer, and we're going to apply it to the back side of our emboss piece. And I made a black 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 square card base out of the same black cardstock, and we're going to make it a top folder. And there we go. We have a really simple and easy 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 card. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial today. If so, give it a thumbs up, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the blog hop. Have fun, happy hopping.